Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, we're doing my nighttime skincare routine. Now, I've already done a morning skincare routine video. I'll link that up above, but I mentioned in that video my nighttime products are almost totally and completely different. Like, I don't think I have one product that repeats my morning routine as my nighttime routine. So this is going to be a completely different video in many senses when it comes to my nighttime routine. Now, one thing that's different is you might see this nearby. You might see a little bit of steam coming out of it. I don't even know if it's coming up on camera, but I have my steamer. Some nights, not every night, just depends on how I'm feeling, I have my steamer going while I do my nighttime routine. I don't know, it's just something I love. It's my little bit of self-care, giving me a little bit of a feel like I'm in an esthetician office getting a facial. I love it. Now again, I do that maybe 3 times, definitely on Sundays. Every Sunday I do that as part of my nighttime routine. You might have seen that in a recent vlog, but I also do it maybe like I want to spruce it up on a Wednesday, then a Friday wind down type of thing, and then repeating the process on Sunday. So my facial steamer, very big part of it. I got this from Amazon. I'll link it down below. Other disclaimers before we get started into this video. One thing I always say about skincare, I've been all hesitant of making a video like this. I've gotten requests for the last 6 years because people have asked, you know, I still feel like I'm a pretty young 32 spry year old who still kind of looks like she's in her 20s, but I get questions about my skincare and I have never made a video. It's been simple enough, but I've always said that skincare is largely genes based. It's largely based on your genetics. It's really gonna be a combination of mom, dad, whoever you got in your life, because for me, it's totally my mom's side of the family. My grandmother has the same things that I have going on. My mom has the same things I have going on. We have pretty good skin. The one thing that I mentioned in my morning routine is that we have maybe a couple of, I don't know if you can see it, skin tags on our face. Well, me on my face. My grandmother got all hers removed at a certain point. My mother got all hers removed. They had a lot more than I have. I'll probably get mine removed. Simple enough process, but just letting them come in. But that's the only thing. Pimples, blackheads, that's not a real common thing in my genealogy. So that's a big ticket item. You can, buy the same products as somebody else, but unless you have the same type of skin, then it might not be the same effects. Another thing, you need to know your skin. I have normal skin. For a long time I thought I had dry skin, and I kept claiming I have dry skin, and then my esthetician, because I get facials pretty much every month, had to drill in my head, you don't have dry skin. Stop saying that. I'm changing your chart. You told us you had dry skin. You have normal skin. So I have normal skin. It's never geared towards oily. It's never been on that side. I used to think it geared towards dry, but I'm going to take a word for it. I got normal skin. So that is my skin type. So understand your skin type so you can understand the products that you're using. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, the thing about my nighttime routine, I've started doing skincare and being heavy into skincare within this pandemic. While I haven't been wearing makeup that often because I don't go into the office, so Monday through Friday, I'm sitting in this house looking non-made up, I have not really had a lot of times where I have to incorporate makeup removal in my nighttime routine in real life, but there are times where I do have on makeup. Of course, I film videos all the time and I have makeup on. Makeup removal is more part of the nighttime routine than it is morning routine, because by the morning I should have no makeup on my face. But for the sake of this video, I put like a little bit of powder on, which you probably can't even tell, and then I put a little bit of mascara on so I could show you how the makeup remover steps go in. So the first thing I do, if I have on waterproof eye makeup, which a lot of the times I do, my mascara, a lot of the times I use a waterproof one. I don't know why. It's just what I like. I go in with my Garnier Micellar Water, and this is the one specifically for waterproof. And what I actually do is I put it on a makeup remover wipe. So this is the Neutrogena makeup remover wipes. So I take a wipe, I take a little bit of this, and I kind of pour a little bit on here. And I start with my eyes, and then I go throughout my whole face. And again, like I said, I put a little bit of powder on so you guys could get an example of what I do, but this is it. And then I put a little bit of mascara on too, so you could get the gist. So I do one pass of this with the wipe. Maybe 2 passes if I have on a lot more makeup than this, which I typically do if I'm filming or something like that. I typically go 1 or 2 passes, and then I move on to the rest of my process, and I use the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse Oil. And what the site says about this is it is a thoroughly cleansing oil that melts away waterproof makeup, SPF, debris, and oil without clogging pores or stripping your skin's natural oils. So I go in with this. I skip this step if I'm doing my nighttime routine and I don't have makeup on. So a lot of times this gets skipped, but sometimes if I have makeup on, this does not get skipped. Now, if you watch my morning routine video, I said that I love white washcloths. I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm back in my esthetician's office getting a facial, or like I'm in a hotel, because they always have white washcloths, or they should. Most of good hotels do. And I do my nighttime routine typically in the bathroom. I typically am not doing it here, but just for lighting purposes, and just because I know it's daylight outside. You get the gist. You know I do this 6 p.m. plus. And because I use that makeup remover wipe, there should be a little less makeup coming off with this pre-cleanse oil, but never can be too safe. Now the next thing I go in was with my cleanser. You guys know I love, for the mornings, my Fresh Soy. My morning routine is full of fresh products. I don't think anything in my afternoon routine is a fresh product, but I go in with my Dermalogical Special Cleansing Gel. Normally I am, again, in the bathroom. Most of the times I'm doing the cleansing step in the shower. So whether I do a morning shower, evening shower, I'm cleansing in the shower, and then I do the rest outside of the shower. But again, for sake of today's video, once I lather that, and again, I typically mix it in with water, so it's a little bit more lathery when I am doing this step, but using a different washcloth than the washcloth I used when I did the pre-cleanse. I wipe that off. Then next, one of my favorite steps, I love the toning step for some odd reason. I go in with the Dermalogica Multi-Active Toner, and that's what this looks like. It is a refreshing, hydrating mist. So what I do is I have my little squares from Target, and then I spray that typically on my face. Maybe spray a little bit on the squares themselves. Extra misty. And I go in. Just one thing I need from you. Say I do. The toner really makes my skin feel like the clean, squeaky clean step. I just feel really refreshed with my toner step. I think that's why it's my favorite. It feels like, I don't know, it feels tight, it feels good, it feels clean. So the next step is the step I do not do every night. I repeat, I only do this once a week. It's typically on Sundays, and it is my exfoliant step. Now I use the Paula's Choice. It's a 25% AHA, 2% BHA exfoliant peel. Is a rinse off treatment, and it says on here that it is good for all skin types. I used this in a recent vlog, so if you check that out, you saw me use this. I typically do it on my Sunday nights. It's a 10-minute wash off peel. I love this. Now, I've done it very recently as I'm filming this, so I don't want to overdo it, but I do like this product. It really feels very much so like it is pulling things out. Like I feel like when I do it, I'm yearning for the next week when I can do another exfoliant. It's a little tube, and you're supposed to use a generous amount, but I do think that this is a very good exfoliant. Now, again, I'm not going to do it on camera today. I did it in a recent vlog. I'll insert a clip if I can from that vlog where I'm doing it, but I put it on generously, wipe it off. It's not like a mask or anything like that, or a true like peeling type thing, but I like it. So next of my process, if it's any other day, I go in with my serums. I do that in the morning. I do that in the evening as well. So the 2 serums that I use at night, again, different than the hyaluronic acid that I use in the morning, I use a collagen booster and a retinol. Now I layer my serums by the heaviest to lightest. Now the collagen booster is a very light serum, so it's like drippity drop. So that's this serum, and so I put this on first. We want our collagen boosted. Don't want our collagen production to be on point. You know, when you get older, they say your elasticity goes away, and you need that collagen to be in there. And people typically do fillers or do some kind of Botox or any of that. Let me try to get my collagen and try to get that production up. I want that production up, so let's boost it. And then I next go in with my retinol. Now retinol is a serum that you're supposed to only use at night because it can be sensitive to UV rays. So if you want to use a retinol serum as part of your routine, only use it at night. Even on the back of this, it has the moon because it's supposed to be only utilized at night, whereas the collagen booster has the moon and the sun, if you can see right there, because it can be used in the morning as well. So you can use that as part of your morning serum. I just like to layer these together. They say you can layer them on. So they typically say use your thickest first or your thinnest first and then go in with your thickest. This one is a little bit, as you can see, some more, I wouldn't even say, it's not like a moisturizer consistency. Maybe it is a little bit, but it's definitely thicker than the collagen. So we definitely want retinol as part of our routine as well. My serums kind of like seep in quickly sometimes. Sometimes they take a little bit of time, just depends. So I don't go in next immediately with moisturizer. I move on to my eye cream. I use a different eye cream at night. I use the Inky. Since I'm on the Inkies already using their serums, I might as well go in with their eye cream. It is their caffeine eye cream. I use the vitamin C eye cream in the mornings, but I use the caffeine one, which you might be like, caffeine at night? It doesn't feel like caffeine. It doesn't feel like I'm jarred up. Okay, I'm not ready to go to sleep. But it's a thin eye cream. I like it. And so I do that, as well as I go in with my lip mask next, and I go in with the Laneige lip mask. I have the peach iced tea version of it. So that is what that looks like. Apply it generously. And then for my final step, I go in with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It does say, or makes it clear on the Sephora site, that it is for dry to normal skin. So if you do have oily combination skin, this might not be the right Tatcha product. They do make another moisturizer as well, but this is the consistency. And I go in with this cream, which again is another, probably my most expensive product that I own in my skincare, but worth it. So that is the final step, and this is what my skin looks like. It goes to sleep very hydrated, and then we wake up in the morning and we do the morning routine, and we keep that daytime moisturization going, and then we repeat in morning, night. I have been loving getting my skin acclimated to the skincare routine. I have loved skincare more than I have loved makeup, which is probably why there has been a decline of makeup related content, but quite honestly, I feel like I care more about my skin now more than ever. I should have been like this in my early 20s, but we course corrected. We about that life. I know some people are like, I ain't got time for all of that, and I completely understand. But me, I will find the time. I'll find the time because this is all I got. This face is all I got. So I need to preserve it, keep it hydrated, keep it moisturized, keep it collagen boosted and retinol and all the things for a youthful glow. But overall, that has been my skincare routine, my nighttime skincare routine. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't enjoy it, still give it a big thumbs up. We want all the love and support over here on this channel. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss anything that I do over here, and make sure that you're following me on Instagram at LeilaRon89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.